What are you doing?
Probably would be ideal to go come in here with the tractor, put the ball in there and just kind of lower it down nicely. But I don't got a tractor. Let's hope for the best here. Well, that was a lot lighter than I thought it was going to be. Came down pretty nicely, actually. I thought I was gonna have to kind of dodge as it was coming down there, but came down pretty good. So, all lined up with a pile. I'm just gonna roll it back every time I have to move it, really. Well, it's the last day with our splitter here. This splitfire unit has been it's been pretty nice to us. We got ourselves a ton of boiler wood now. Considering we had none just under a week ago, tomorrow is going to be, well, tomorrow afternoon is when we first started splitting. We had that all sold out at the very end there, not a piece left in there. And now we got ourselves a decent amount of boiler wood to get us at least throughout this year into next year, hopefully. But like I said, we got it is Wednesday today. We got all of our wood split up there yesterday. We also went into our other yard there and got some birch all split up there from our tree jobs. That is our own personal heating wood for the winter time. So we got that all chopped up there. A lot better because there was some really naughty stuff in there, and the axe I know would not have been able to get it split down as nicely. I'd be able to get it split through, but not down to the size of pieces that we were able to do with this Spitfire. But like I said, we had one more day. Today was a free day. We can't have just a sit around day, so we decided to go to the logging block and get ourselves a little bit of wood. One more run through the processor. This stuff has been selling like crazy. I can't even put how many cords went out. Well over $1,000 worth of wood already has sold out of this thing since we started splitting, and we got people still planning to they still want more of this stuff. But as you can see, indent right there, they started taking off from up there. We already filled this thing in about 3 times already with a couple truckloads because we were getting all crowded in this over here. So we brought the truck over, loaded up the truck bed, and started filling where people took already. But people love this cheaper wood. We got to get like I said, this last little bit all split up here. This unit's going back. Well, it's got to be back at the rental place by 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. So let's finish off our last little bit of splitting here. Cheers, everyone. Well, final look at the thing before we take it back. Rental guys, it's through. It is the Splitfire 3255. Awesome unit, guys. This thing goes, like I said, the blade just goes back and forth on this thing. It's run by a little, I think, a little 5-horse motor. Had no struggles. Little Honda engine on there. Pretty basic design, to be honest. There's only like 3 hoses on this unit, 1 valve, and then it just goes into the cylinder. It's just pretty basic. If there's anything really went wrong with this thing, it'd be really easy to repair. My only complaint is that it is so low to the ground, but it wasn't honestly that too bad. If this thing wasn't so cheap to rent, at least for the week, I'd honestly probably buy one maybe in the future, or I still might buy one in the future. Depends on how much this exact little unit goes for. I've used this type of unit, not this exact model, but a different one. It had a lifting tray on the side of it, so it was a bit more nicer, especially when you got a bigger piece and you want to split down to a bit more smaller, finer stuff. You can just plop it onto the one side there where it had the little lift tray, and then it would just be a little bit more better, because on this thing I had a lot of the bigger pieces, it'd just fall off the side, or I'd have to use my knee to kind of hold the one piece up and then just split the other one. But good little unit nonetheless. I would definitely recommend anyone doing any firewood if they're looking just for a splitter. I think these guys are a little more pricier than your Champion splitters that you'd get at your big box store, but very good units. Very little that it really struggled on, and when it did struggle, it did eventually just power through everything. But time to get back to down to Calgary, return this unit here. It was really good using. Saved a lot of time, a lot of axe work on my arm there. Let's get going though.